Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to be doing two different makeup looks. One's more simple, like this one right here, and the other one's more glam, and it's more like full coverage. It's more for weddings and stuff, and this one's for like just parties. And yeah, so let's get on to the video. But before we get on to the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's get on to the video. Okay guys, first we're going to start off with a simple makeup look. It's going to be all very simple and very natural. So first I'm going to get my hair out of the way because you don't want hair in your makeup. And I'm also going to use moisturizer because you need to have a nice base for your makeup to go on. I'm just going to use a little bit. There we go. And next I'm going to use a primer. You don't have to use a primer, you can just use a moisturizer as a primer, but I'm going to use a primer. I'm not going to put on that much, just a little. Yeah. Just going to apply it on my cheeks and a little bit on my forehead. Yeah. You want to make sure that you don't see any pores. So I'm just going to rub it in like that. And by the way, the primer that I'm using is a Tarte primer. Okay guys, I also have a damp beauty blender here. So I just put it under water and let it expand. So this is what it looks like. And I'm also going to use a foundation. And I'm going to use the Rimmel London foundation. And with your foundation, you want to make sure that it's the same color as your skin color. And if it's a bit too light or a bit too dark, you can always blend it onto your neck and your chest. Just going to put some foundation on. There we go, put some on. Going to use a beauty blender. Just going to get some. And I'm just going to apply it onto my face. Like so. And this will just make my skin look even. And I'm going to put some on my forehead as well. As you can see, right there. Like that. I'm also going to put some on my neck because I want it to look all even. But this is the same color as my skin color, so I don't need to. But if yours is a bit too dark or a bit too light, make sure to blend it down to your neck. Since this is a natural look, I'm not going to add in that much foundation. And there we go, that's how that looks like. Now let's move on to the concealer. And I'm going to use Tarte concealer. And you should make sure that your concealer is lighter than your foundation. So it'll brighten the under eyes and make you look more awake. So I'm just going to add a little bit in. A little bit. I'm also going to add in a little bit on my forehead. And a little bit on my nose. Like this. So it brightens this, my T-zone as well. And I'm going to use the same beauty blender. And I'm just going to blend it in all together. And they should be nice and blended, and there should not be any harsh lines. There we go. And blend my nose. And also with my concealer, I'm going to blend my concealer as well. And I'm just going to blend it so it's nice and even. And yeah, I'm just going to keep on blending. There we go. This is how my concealer looks. So as you can see, it's nice and blended in. Now I'm going to add in some bronzer because I look very flat. So I'm going to add in some bronzer. And I'm just going to use this palette. And I'm also going to use a brush for this. And as you can see, I love this palette. And I'm just going to go with the middle shade. So your bronzer needs to be a bit darker than your foundation. And I'm just going to go in over here like this. Under your cheekbone. And on this side as well. As you can see, now I have a bit more color to my face. I'm going to add a little more bronzer on here, up here, and here, and of course over here. And now I'm also going to add in some blush. So I'm using this blush right here. And it's a nice pinky color. And I'm going to use a blush brush. And I'm just going to take a few taps and just tap it over here like this on my cheek. Like this. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. And by the way, if I'm looking over here, because I have a mirror here and it's easier for me to look, see what I'm doing, because I need to see what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm also going to put a little over here. I'm just going to take whatever is left over and just put a little on my nose so it's all even and just doesn't look like it's pink over here and here. Just all on the nose. There we go. So put on some blush. Now I'm going to put on some highlighter. And for highlighter, I'm going to go back into this palette. And I'm going to use this shade and this shade. I'm going to mix them together and create a perfect highlight. I'm going to use this brush as well. This is like a flat brush. And I'm just going to go on top of my cheekbone right there. As you can see, it's nice and colorful. As you can see, it's nice and shiny. Little. I'm also going to put a little over here and over here like this. You can see. I'm going to do the same on this side and under my eyebrows. This will just, make it more nice. I'm also going to put a little highlighter on my nose. Just a little on my nose though, not too much. And yeah, so that's the face makeup, all done for the simple look. Now I'm going to do a little on my eyes. So I'm going to use this palette and I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush and I'm going to go into this shade called Cocoa, and I'm just going to apply it on my outer corner of the eyes like this, just in circular motions. I'm just going to keep this color on the outer portion. I'm just going to keep it there and just scribble it. And when there's only little left, I'm going to go in to the inner corner and just I'm going to do the same on this side. And this will just give your eyes a bit more dimension, as you can see. Now I'm going to go for like a pinky shade, so a pinky reddy shade. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. I'm going to go with a little bit of that, and I'm going to keep it on the outer corner, but a bit lower to the eyelid and not all the way top here. I'm just going to put it a little bit lower. Make sure you can still see the brown that you put in. So just put it a little bit lower than the brown. And I'm going to do the same on this side. And blending is the key, and you just have to keep on blending, because otherwise your eyeshadow will look very patchy. After I blended my eyeshadow, now I'm going to use the other side of my brush, and I'm going to go in to this shade, and I'm just going to apply it on my lid, but like towards the inner corner of my lid. I'm going to apply it towards the inner corner of my lid, like this. And this is a shimmery shade, so it will go nicely, and it will give you that, nice shine. I'm also going to go in with the shade Chalk, and I'm just going to go in with in the inner corner again to get it nice and bright, because you want it nice and bright. After I did that, I'm also going to go back into the other side of the brush and just and then blend both of the eyeshadows together so there's no harsh lines. And everything's nice and blended in. And that's how that looks like. And now I'm also going to use a little bit of powder. I'm going to use a brush, and I'm going to use a little bit of powder under my eyes, so it gives a nice look. I'm just going to put on some lip gloss now, because this is a simple look. So I'm just going to put on some lip gloss. This is just like a shiny pink lip gloss. And there we go. And this is the makeup look, as you can see. And this is a close up. Yeah. And now I just need to put some mascara on. I'm just using the Tarte mascara. But yeah, I'm just going to put this mascara on. There we go, guys. That is the makeup look. And yeah, it looks good. It's nice and glowy and like more simple. Okay guys, now this is the second part of the video, and in this part I'm going to be putting on makeup, but this is going to be more like full coverage and more, it's for like, like wedding makeup, if you're going to a wedding. So yeah, so let's get started. So it's the same thing, you put moisturizer on. I already put moisturizer on, so I'm going to put some primer. Same as last time. Yeah, and I'm going to use some foundation, but this time I'm going to use more foundation than we used before, and I'm just going to put it on my face. For this one, I'm going for a bit more full coverage look, like full coverage. Now I'm going to use a concealer, the same Tarte Shape Tape concealer. And this time I'm going to put a bit more, because, it's a bit more full coverage. Because I want a bit more full coverage. very well, guys, because you don't want it to be like, you don't want lines or streakiness. There we go. Oh, this is falling off. I'm gonna put a little more foundation, little more concealer over here to make it a bit more brighter. Now I'm gonna powder because, you know, you want to just shade it very well. But before that, I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any creases under my eyes, like this. And I'm going to use a Tarte setting powder. Translucent powder. I'm just going to apply a little here. Like this. And I'm just going to apply. Yeah, this will just give you more coverage, and it'll also like settle down, so you won't have any creases if you powder. I'm also going to powder, sorry about the background noise, guys. I'm also going to powder my whole face, because you know, you want this to last like a long time. There we go. I'm going to leave powdering for a bit to like bake. And yeah, now let's move on to the other parts. So I'm going to use bronzer, just like I did before. There we go. Okay, so that's that. And now I'm going to get rid of the baking powder. I'm going to get rid of the powder and like, you know, just push it away. And now let's get on to the eye makeup. So for this eye makeup, since it's more glam, I'm going to use a primer, and I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Eye Primer. You can just use, if you want, you can just use some concealer. That'll do the same thing. But yeah, I'm going to use a primer. This will just make the eyeshadow like pop and look more brighter as well. I'm going to use a beauty blender to, you know, blend it out, because I need to. I'm blending it out so it's easier for me to put on the eyeshadow. And for this eyeshadow look, I'm going to go for a very goldy look, like a goldy, like pinky goldy look. So yeah, for this I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Go Gorgeous palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade over here, and I'm going to keep it on the outer edge, as you can see, and I'm just going to blend it back and forth to my lid. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay guys, this will give you a nice colored look to your eyes. Okay, now I'm going to go back to this palette, and I'm going to go to this shade. It's called Chili. And I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to go in like this, so it makes your face look a bit more lifted. As you can see, it's up lifted. And I'm going to go in like this as well for this. And yeah, I'm going to go, and then I'm going to go a little over here. I'm just going to go in circular motions. I'm going to do the same on this side, circular motions. Go in like this, as you can see. And blend it out, and blend, like you need to blend it out a lot. As you can see, it's this pretty like pink shade, pinky reddy shade. Just gonna keep on going, and now I'm gonna go in with the darker red shade and just focus it on the outer corner of the eye. to give it more dimension, of course. Now I'm going to go in with this this goldy shade. So as you can see, I'm going to go with the tip of this, not this part, but like the more flatter brush. And I'm going to go in with the goldy shade. And I'm going to put it on the inner corner of my eye, like this. As you can see, it's a very pigmented shade. And I'm going to use the other side of the brush and just blend it out, because you don't want any harsh lines. And yeah, I'm just going to blend it out a little. There we go. Well, yeah, I'm done with my eyes. But I still haven't done my face makeup fully. I've done bronzer, but I haven't done blush, so I'm going to do blush. So I'm going to use the same blush that I used before. I'm going to use a blush brush. And also take a bigger brush and just blend them all in together so there's no harsh lines. As you can see, nice. And now for the highlighter. I'm going to use the same palette that I used before, but this time I'm going to use the lighter highlighter. And as you can see, there's like a line. You don't want that. So I'm going to use a brush again and just, there we go. Okay, and now I am also going to use mascara. Actually, before I do mascara, I'm going to do eyeliner. So for this part, I need to concentrate, so I can't speak. But I'm just going to do a little winged liner. Okay, as you can see, that's my eyeliner. I'm also going to put eyeliner on my waterline. But this is a pencil liner, not an ink liner like this was. And I need to concentrate for this as well. Because I don't want to put eyeliner in my eyes, There you go. Both eyes are done, as you can see. Now I'm going to put on some mascara. For my lips, I'm going to do something more bolder. So I'm going to use this Bite Beauty matte lipstick. And I'm going to put it on. There you go, guys. That's the lipstick I chose. And I'm going to put on some lip gloss because, I like lip gloss. So I'm going to use the same lip gloss I used before. And go on top like this, as you can see. And that's the makeup look, guys. Guys, this is how my makeup look looks like, as you can see. And yeah. This is my makeup look and my dress, and yeah, so thank you for watching. So yeah, that's all for today, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.